Shane, after standing next to the fences, which are quite tall, I know I'm not that tall, but they do come up quite high. These look to be much easier to jump over, but again, for a horse, same theory, we want to be standing back here, and we've identified a couple of other safety features, again, to make horse and riders much safer in their jobs.
Yep, yes, they're smaller than steeplechase fences, but that's the transition. A horse will start off over hurdles, you know, will start racing over hurdles for probably their first season and then transition on to steeplechase fences. Perhaps if they're a good enough hurdler, they'll stay over hurdles. You know, when you get to the top level hurdle races, they go a lot quicker, they jump a lot quicker. Some horses, you know, if they don't have that flat ability, they're better off over steeplechase fences because go a bit slower and it really brings the jumping in. But these new 1-fit hurdles, they came in 2 seasons ago. The old hurdles were probably an inch smaller with a bit of brush on top. But the same as I said, they had that metal frame on the back. Whereas these are all rubber, foam, like that's foam there. And you can see where a couple of horses have hit them, but they'll hit them and they'll slide over the top. If they crash them really hard, the hurdle will flatten, the panel will flatten. So they've really cut down the fall numbers in Victoria, that's for sure. But just as safe, they've adapted these in England as well. They're a similar style to the old style hurdle, which used to have birch through the middle, and they've started using these foam ones in the UK and Ireland as well. So, like I said, it's just safety standards to the fore, and you'll see how well horses respect and jump these.
So the two things that we notice again here, we've got the white panel down the bottom,
yep,
which is an identification for the horse and
yep,
the rider. And then the other thing I notice as a layperson is the angle, which is very similar, yep, to the fence as well, that we set the obstacle at an angle,
yep,
to allow for the horse to lift their legs.
As I said, if the hurdle or the fence is too straight up, a horse will gallop in too close to the bottom, and then they get their knees caught as they try to take off, and that'll result in a fall or tip over. Whereas if they're laying down too flat, you know, if they're lower than this and laying down too flat like the old style yellow things were, horses take a chance. So instead of taking off where we are, they'll take off back here because they're going at speed. They don't respect it. They think, oh, this is small, I'll just step over this, and then they'll get a leg caught in the top, come down at speed. And so either one, too straight is no good, and if they're laying down too much, it's no good. So this is the correct angle and the correct size for a safe hurdle.
So we've seen a lot of evolution over the last couple of years of the fences and the jumps. You think you're making a comeback?
No, definitely not. I'll stand on the sidelines and watch. You know, they're brave men to do this, and I enjoyed every minute of it. But look, I love still being involved and a part of it. I have a huge passion for jumps racing, and hopefully I can train a couple of jumpers one day. But no, I admire every one of them.